guys, you're welcome back to my channel. Again, my name is Desmond Joyce Natu and I teach politics and how government works. We are continuing with our series on public policy. If you haven't watched the last video where I introduced public policy, go and do that because I will not be repeating a tutorial on public policy anytime soon. Today we are discussing the theories of public policy. So I will actually recommend that you go back and watch the last video before coming back to this video so that you know where we are. So let's get right into it. Zero intro. Today we are going to look at several theories of public policy. We are going to look at the political system theory. Let's just call it a system theory, right? That's good enough. We'll look at the group theory. We'll look at the elite theory. We'll look at the institutional theory, and we'll also look at the process theory. So let's start with the system theory. The system theory simply states that all public policy are derived from issues arriving from the environment. What that simply means is that the system theory is arguing that if there are no existing problems, or if there are no existing demands in a particular environment, then there will be no need for policy to be made around that environment. So it actually follows the principle of the economic demand and supply, which is people are demanding for something and the government is simply supplying those demands. So the system theory is all about, you can call it the demand and supply theory, which is the people or the environment or the states or wherever that public policy is being made, whether in the federal, state, or local level, it is derived from the issues that arrived from those environments. That's how the policy comes about. Then we're going to move to the group theory. The group theory simply means that some policies that are being made, some public policies that are being made, are being influenced by a particular group of people. The theory states that from time immemorial, society has always been divided into groups. The people with their own particular agenda, and then the dominant groups often get what they want, and then the groups that are not strong enough will just have to deal with the policies that are being made around the issues that are important to the groups that are dominant. So let's say, for example, in a society, there is a group of people that are interested in, looking for a non-controversial example now, a group of people that are interested in healthcare, that believe that healthcare should be free, and then that healthcare is a right. And then there's another group of people that believe people should pay for their own healthcare. So this group theory is simply stating that the group that is more dominant is the group that will eventually get what they want. So public policy is made around the interest of a dominant group. And then this theory also states that these public policies are subject to change as this group weakens. So let's say the dominant group that was dominant yesterday and got what they want in the package or of public policy, tomorrow or today they are no longer strong. Then another group arises that is stronger than the group that was strong yesterday that got what they want. So the dominant group is going to, those policies, those public policies are going to be changed to support the group that is currently being dominant. So that's what the group theory is all about. I hope you understand. I hope I was clear enough. So I've talked about the system theory, I've talked about the group theory. We are moving to the elite theory right now. The elite theory simply states that from time immemorial, the society has been divided into classes. There have been the haves and then the haves not, the rulers and the ruled, the elites and then the general masses. So what the theory is saying is that the elites simply make public policies that they believe are good for the general public, and then the general public will have to accept those public policies, because sometimes the policies that the elite makes may seem to align with what the people want, and then the people may feel that the ruling class is making these theories in consideration to what they want. but the policies that are being made by the elite simply align with what the people want. It's not in consideration of what the people want. So what the elite theory is simply saying is that the elite will allocate values to society, and those values may seem to align with society, but it is not in consideration of the society or the masses or the greater good. They simply align. It is not in relation or in consideration. So I just hope you understand what the elite theory is talking about. And quickly moving on, we are moving on to the institutional theory. The institutional theory states that public policies are being made on, and when I talk about institution, do not think of structures or anything. I'm just talking about values that persist. Values that persist means values that have become norms or acceptable. So that is what we mean by institutions. When we talk about institutions, we're not talking about buildings. Public policy is going to be made in line with what is generally acceptable in society. It may be close to the system theory, but it's not the same thing. So let's say in Nigeria that the LGBTQ XYZ is being criminalized in Nigeria. So what the law is saying is that if there should be any public policy at all, it is going to consider the fact that the mood of the nation or the mood of the state has already criminalized such behavior. So the policy will not drastically divert from what is already institutionalized. It is going to be in line with what is being institutionalized in society. So that's what the institutional public policy is talking about. Then we are going to move to the process public policy theory. So we are actually going to deal with the process theory in detail in our next video, because the next video is going to be talking about how public policy is being made from start to finish, from how it comes from an idea to the implementation process, start to finish. We're going to deal with all of that. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for your suggestions. Thank you for urging me to come back. I appreciate you. And till we see next week, it's a wrap from here. Bye.